while you're watching, if you are watching on my Facebook page, all of the links that I push out to the comments will appear in the comments right below the live video, even on the replay. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, the links will not appear in the comments, though. They will be in the chat replay, in the top comments of the chat replay. And they don't appear until you're at the appropriate place in the video as you're watching. So I just wanted to point that out to you and help alleviate any confusion you may have. Tonight we have as our guest Linda Henderson with Linda's Jewelry Box. And Linda's going to talk about what she does and what has driven her to that place. And she'll actually show us some items. So please stay tuned. We're going to find this a lot of fun. Linda, how did you decide that you wanted to sell jewelry?
Well, I've been a jewelry lady since I was a child. I have always had a fascination with jewelry, with anything that sparkles, anything that shines. And I had a very indulgent mother that allowed me to wear dangle earrings to kindergarten. And so, I was one of those girly girls. I like to play dress up. I like to wear high heels. I like to wear jewelry. And so I was always into fashion and jewelry and that type of thing. And then I stumbled across a jewelry company about 20 something years ago and loved it, loved it, loved the jewelry, loved meeting people, loved playing in the jewelry. And one thing led to another. And in January of 2021, I can't believe it's 2021, discovered Origami Owl, which is a new jewelry company to me, and have thoroughly enjoyed learning about Origami Owl and all the products and everything in the jewelry in that line. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
An Origami Owl, I learned recently, was actually launched by an 11-year-old.
Well, she was 14. She was 14, but still a young lady. And when she was 14, Bella Weems told her mom and dad that she wanted a car when she was 16. And her mom and dad said, well, then you'll have to earn the money. And, how's a 14-year-old going to earn money for a car? And so one thing led to the other, and she started thinking about lockets and trying to think of a way to modernize the old-fashioned lockets. And I don't know how many of you watching will remember maybe that their mother or their grandmother may have had a locket that had pictures in it. You opened it up and it had pictures in it. Well, she kind of took that under consideration and developed what is now called the Living Locket, where it tells your story. And every locket is very unique because we all have our own unique story to tell. And so this 14-year-old, came up with the idea, the concept, and it wasn't necessarily a new concept, but the fact that it could be customized was a new twist on it. And so it just took off. And that young lady, ended up earning enough money to buy a car when she was 16. And she had hundreds of ladies behind her supporting her because it spun off into more than just a standalone kiosk in a mall to home shows and vendor events. And so anyway, it's kind of a neat story. So remarkable
It
young
really
lady.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I love that.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an adult to make money.
No.
You don't have to be an adult to have business savvy
Right.
and creativity.
Right.
And what I really love about it is that she, so most jewelry isn't what you would consider consumable from a
Mhm.
business perspective. You
Mhm.
sell a bracelet. If the person doesn't want another bracelet, you will not sell that person another bracelet.
Mhm.
But with the living locket, because our life stories always change, and I know the jewelry, so I know that the pieces reflect our hobbies, our occupations, our status in life, like I'm a mom or I'm a
Mhm.
teacher, different things like that. And our stories change as we continue to evolve. So if I wanted to, I could just buy more charms and
Mhm.
change the locket to reflect my new story.
Mhm.
And so from the user perspective, it's fantastic. And from the business perspective, it's fantastic. So kudos to Bella for coming up with that. And also, I love the fact that her parents didn't just say, don't worry, in a couple of years, we'll buy you a car. They said, you want a car? Figure out how to make the money so that you can have a car. And now she will always have this company for as long as she wants it. And if she decides she's had enough, she can always sell it. It has value because it is
Mhm.
a thriving business. And now, from a very young age, she has this, all because her parents didn't instill in her a sense of entitlement, but rather the spirit to go out and get it. And
Oh
that's
yeah. Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They, obviously they supported her and helped her along the way, but
mhm,
it was her responsibility. You know, she
yes.
she had to she had to do it. She had to do the work,
Mhm,
and that's pretty remarkable to let a
yes,
14-year-old, start a business and be
exactly.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they took off, they all said, well, this would do very well with the direct sales model. So let's make that happen.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
phenomenal. I'm just in awe. So, so let's show some of the pieces.
Okay.
Let's see. Which one would you like to start with? The bar?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
start with the silver bar locket.
Okay.
And this one, it's a little bit deceiving. I'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, how pretty.
And of course, I've put in there um, charms right now to reflect the winter holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a charm that is a mug of something warm and wonderful to drink, hot chocolate, and then ho ho with snowflakes. And of course, in Georgia, we don't get very many snowflakes.
Right.
So it's kind of a fun way to bring in the winter without having to deal with snowflakes and snow and all that goes along with that. But
Yes.
this is just a fun little locket. And so you can see the size. Of course, I can't manipulate it here. Um, you can see the size and you can interchange it. And I've had more fun with this little locket um, doing different charms to reflect different themes. I had it during October, I did a Halloween theme kind of charms in there. I have put different roses, different colored rose charms in there during the spring and summer because, flowers,
Mhm.
that's kind of fun. So you can just really experiment with that locket, and it's a good size, and it's all inclusive. It's the locket and the chain
Mhm.
all together. So that's nice. You don't have to figure out what else you need. This living locket is a one and done, as I like to call it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really so versatile, and what I like about it too is that you don't have a lot of charms in there, so it's very easy to see what's in there. It's
Yeah,
pretty. I love it every time you do it like a redo. You change the charms a little bit and it looks
yeah,
like a new piece.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
it's nice.
yeah, it changes with your moods. I like to
Mhm.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you give it a makeover and then you
yeah,
have new adornment
yeah,
when you wear it.
yeah,
That's really nice.
yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I have pushed the link out to this product. So it is in either the Facebook video comments or in the chat replay comments on YouTube. Okay. So how's about the one that looks like a lock?
Ah,
Love
the
to see.
padlock,
Yes, I couldn't think of the
the
word.
padlock
Padlock.
living locket. And again, this one um, is fast becoming a favorite. And this is a small locket. And you can only put one or two charms in there, depending on the size of the charms. And I've got a gourd in there because I wore this Thanksgiving. I wore this a lot
Um,
in November for, this Thanksgiving. But the thing with this one is one side has crystals on it and the other side is highly polished. And so you've really got two different looks with this
mhm.
particular locket. And it's got this very stylish, very fashion forward paperclip chain that is part of the locket. And so again, another one and done. You don't have to worry about what chain's going to look right and how long it can be. And the nice thing is if you want it to be shorter than what this is, I think this is like a 22 inch. You can actually hook
So
it.
you just change where you close it.
Yes, and so you may have a
Nice.
longer tail, but it's tucked tucked underneath your clothes.
Mhm.
So I can't find the camera. And so again, this is just a fun one, and it's a nice color of gold,
Mhm.
and for the ladies that like gold and don't want a real big or heavy necklace, it's perfect. And so the padlock living locket is one of my favorites. I tend to pull that out, wear it just about every week and put different charms in it. So,
Yeah, that's what I like about it. You can just keep switching it up. I actually learned about Origami Owl, I would say, oh, 6 or 7 years ago.
okay.
And I've noticed that over the last 5 years or so, they've evolved where the jewelry has become less chunky because not everyone wants to wear something big.
Mhm.
So there's really something for everyone now. If you like chunky, they've got that. And if you like little delicate small pieces, they have those too, which
They
is very
do.
nice. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to show next? The
Um, let's do align and restore. And this gets into the more delicate pieces that you're referring to.
Okay. That's not the moon one. That's a
That
different.
is the crescent.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
And one of the interesting things about this company is that there's, a line of jewelry in it that is called the Empowerment Collection. And
Hmm.
these are more delicate pieces. I like to refer to them as layering pieces. A lot of times, you'll wear two or three or five different necklaces that are lightweight and can be layered. And so this is one of the layering pieces. And on one side, it's got crystals with that crescent moon. And on the other side, it's got the words engraved in it, um, align and restore. And so anything in the empowerment collection has a positive message with it. And so that you might not see it on the jewelry, but the wearer knows, those positive words, those positive affirmations, those positive messages are there. And so this is again one of those really lightweight pieces that you can wear alone, or you can wear with other pieces, framing it. So,
Nice.
but again, a piece that I added to the collection recently, and it just is a nice lightweight item to have in your jewelry box.
Yeah, it's great when you need just that little something. There it is.
Yep.
And it's a pick me up for you because you read the words before you put it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Align and restore. Yeah.
Hmm.
When you're having a low energy day, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's lovely. Okay. And I lost it. 1 second. Um, okay, and then would you like to show the handbag next?
I would, because this is
Okay.
something that I didn't realize. I knew that about the living lockets and the necklaces, but I discovered that there's also a line of accessories that are what we call lifestyle accessories. And so one of the items is a vegan crossbody bag that
I
has a living locket.
and I
So
have
again,
that one myself.
you can add the charms to it and, never change them if you don't want to, or change them out depending on your
Mhm.
mood and what's going on. But again, it's just a nice crossbody bag. It's finished really nicely on the inside, and I don't think this is going to show up very well on camera, but it's just finished very nicely. It's got a zipper compartment inside, and it's got a place for your cell phone. It's got a pocket on the back where you can drop things
Mhm.
in, and just again a nice size, um, body bag, pocketbook.
Yes.
And they've got this one in the blush color, which they introduced in the spring, but it also comes in black. If
Mhm.
if you prefer something that's a little bit more utilitarian, that isn't quite so spring looking or special, um, or blush just isn't your color.
Right.
Um, but there are quite a few leather items or vegan leather items in the line that are for lifestyle. There's a
Mhm.
crossbody wallet, there's a keychain, but the crossbody bag, this bag is one of my favorites. It really is a nice size and great for hands free when you're going shopping, or if you've got
Yes.
little ones and you're trying to keep up with little ones. It's great so that you've got what you need on you when you're out and about, but
Mhm.
and also stylish. So
Yes, I love it. I save it for special occasions so it
yeah,
stays, pristine looking. But,
yeah,
even though it's a blush pink and it's light colored, and you might look at it and go, oh boy, would that get dirty easily. I find that if I take a soft cloth, I use microfiber a lot for cleaning. So I take a
Mhm.
clean microfiber cloth, I dampen it, I put just the smallest drop of dishwashing liquid on it, and it takes off any of the schmutz that's
Okay,
on the
that's
bag.
good to know. Yeah.
Yes. Because sometimes maybe I'm brushing up against something on my car, but I get like these little black
Mhm.
oil-based kind of
Mhm.
marks,
Yeah.
and that little drop of Dawn will take that off.
Oh, Dawn's wonderful. It's like it's the answer to everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any oil-based stain, try that. So the bag is actually very easy to keep nice. It's just
Yeah.
um, from putting things in and taking things out. I know that pocketbooks start to get a little like the shape will change a little bit. So
Mhm.
that's why I save that one for the special occasions. But to
Yeah.
keep it clean is not an issue. That's actually pretty easy.
Oh,
So
good. I'm glad you've enjoyed yours.
oh yes. So if anybody's watching and says, I love that bag, but the idea of something light pink, no worries. You can maintain it very easily. Just a little dab of dishwashing liquid on a damp cloth, even a paper towel, and it's nice. Again, you get rid of all the marks and it looks beautiful. The black one, of course, it doesn't show the dirt so much. My sister has that because when she sees a light color, she also shies away. And she's loving the bag. It's a great size for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
So,
Good.
yeah. Oh, and you want to tell them that it's a special, right?
Right. Right now, both of those are in the Black Friday special. They are regularly $78, and both of them are, I want to say $39
Mhm.
during the Black Friday special. So great deal if you're a bag person. If you're not
Mhm.
necessarily a jewelry person, and I know there are people out there that aren't necessarily jewelry people, but this is a great way to, again, tell your story through a living locket that's on your pocketbook.
Mhm.
So, and it's a very functional pocketbook. It's not too big, it's not too little.
Right.
Um, and, I had a friend tell me that she was able to put her iPad in this pocketbook. And so that kind of gives you an idea of size. And, it just kind of made it real functional for her to be able to drop that in and go. So
Yeah, I'm guessing she has the iPad mini because
maybe,
I know
maybe.
the pocketbook and I know the big iPad wouldn't fit in there, but the iPad mini would.
Yeah.
It is a really practical size. It lets you take enough items um, with you without
Mhm.
weighing yourself down. Because
Yeah.
I know we tend to treat our pocketbooks as we treat our homes. So if we have like lots and lots of square footage, we start accumulating more things to fill the house. And we do that with a pocketbook. We start taking things we don't really have to take with us, but there's so much room in the bag.
Yeah.
So why not? And after a while, when your shoulder starts to hurt and you say, gosh, what do I have in here? And you start emptying the pocketbook, you realize, wow, I've taken, as they say, everything but the kitchen sink. This
Mhm.
bag doesn't allow you to do that, but by the same token, you don't say, "Oh, I can't fit a thing in here." It's actually perfect. It's like a day bag, um, just the things that you need to go around town and nothing more. Perfect. Not overly
I'm
heavy.
glad you
Just enough.
I'm glad you found that because that's what I've thought too, that it's just the
Mhm.
perfect size and it
Yes,
doesn't get too heavy. Um,
exactly.
and I do tend to put everything but the kitchen sink in my pocketbook when they're bigger. So
Right. I think we all tend to do that. If there's, I
Yeah,
mean,
just throw
why
it
would you
in.
carry a bag this big for a wallet and lipstick, right? So we take more.
Yep,
And
yep.
this doesn't allow us to get crazy, but by the same token, we have the things that we really need in there. So it's awesome. And you also have, you want to talk about your living lockets overall, right?
Yeah. There are two styles of living lockets. One is a hinged style living locket, which the padlock and the bar are both hinged,
Hmm.
meaning that it opens up. It's on a hinge. And it's got a magnetic closure, so you don't have to worry about losing your charms or it popping open. They really don't. The magnets are really strong. But there's also the twist face living
Hmm.
locket. And that's what I've got on tonight. And then I pulled one to show you. And this is a twist face. And the fun part about that is it's a face and a base. And literally you can twist the face off. So here's the base. And again, you can see it's clear.
Hmm.
And the face. Now the fun part about this is once you've got your base, your initial locket, if you want to change the face, you can just purchase other faces. And so, especially with the silver finish, there are there are more options with the silver one to change the face on it. But that just gives you again options
Hmm.
so that you know one locket and different faces can give you lots of options for your wardrobe and for the different seasons. So that's
Hmm.
kind of fun. And they usually come in two different sizes. So I showed you the large, and I have on the large. And then this is the medium size locket. And again, I've put in holiday type charms in this. And so again, the face comes off. You just it screws on and screws off, and
Hmm.
twists.
Right.
So but those are fun. And
Hmm.
so to me, much more versatile than the hinged because you can change the faces on them,
Yes.
and the faces are less expensive than the base and face. That makes
Hmm.
sense. But
Yes.
yeah,
So Lady Gaga says it's all about that bass, but really it's not. It's also about that face. But that's wonderful because you can, literally and figuratively give your jewelry a facelift.
mhm,
It looks different and you didn't have to buy, a whole new locket.
mhm.
You
Yeah,
just,
and I've even put a hematite face on a silver base
oh.
to give it a completely different look, and
Hmm.
then a hematite chain to go with it. So,
Wow.
yeah, you can kind of experiment with it, and it again gives it a completely different look.
Hmm.
Um, and depending on your outfit and what you're doing and the charms you want to put in it, you can really set those charms off just by changing the face of your locket.
Right. That's so
Yeah,
cool. So it's all interchangeable and it's all to reflect who you are.
there are no two lockets the same, none.
Hmm.
Which I think you can have the same locket as someone else, but the charms are going to be completely different, and the way you put them together completely
Right.
different. So um, they always look different. I'm always amazed at the charms that people picked out and the reasons why they picked those particular charms out and the
Yeah.
story behind them. And so it's fun. It's just fun, and it helps you get to know that lady a little bit more to know her story and what's important to her and meaningful to her. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, I love it. I love the whole, concept behind it and how it came to be.
yeah,
And then they give you an opportunity to also make money and enjoy it.
mhm.
You get to play and you get to, save up for that car through the income opportunity.
Yeah,
That's what I love about direct sales in general. It's this has worked for me. I would love for it to work for you. And if you feel moved to do this too, you can. And that's really nice, because
yeah,
this company was made for someone like you, someone who, as a little kid, loved playing in her mom's jewelry box.
mhm.
And now you're
Oh
playing
yeah,
in your own jewelry box.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, and it's nice. And you did a party for me, which I know
Mhm,
Origami Owl calls them jewelry bars. And yours was the one that you did for me was a virtual, but it
mhm.
was it was very nice. It wasn't like an ordinary, Facebook party. Um,
Yeah,
I loved it that you did your own kind of twist on it. So
good, good. It is,
yeah,
it is fun, you know.
it is.
Yeah.
So, ladies, if you would like to, book a jewelry bar with Linda, definitely reach out to her. As I said, at the beginning, her link is there to her website, and you can get in touch with her through the website. Um, I'm also in a direct sales business. I have a company that isn't as well. But my direct sales company is Pure Romance. And, everybody who hears Pure Romance and if they've heard of it, they go, oh, that's that company that has the bedroom accessories, as I'll call them. But you might be surprised to know 70%, actually, more than 70% of Pure Romance's products actually are not bedroom accessories. It's just that that's what people seem to remember when they think of Pure Romance. So, right now, though, whether you want bedroom accessories or you want anything else, they are actually having a sale. And so you can, as long as you spend at least $75, you get a free gift. You have to use the code free gift during checkout, and you'll get the free gift, but you'll also receive half price shipping. So how cool is that, right? Can't go wrong. Everybody loves half price shipping. And I also wanted to let you know that I too do virtual parties, and my virtual parties are special as well. So I used to love when I did virtual parties for people, and I've been doing virtual parties for years. I used to do Zoom parties. And Zoom parties are lots of fun because we kind of bounce off of each other. We're communicating face to face in real time, and that's wonderful. But the downside to a Zoom party is that sometimes, as a hostess, you start inviting your guests, and they say, I'd love to do it, but I'm busy on that day at that time, so I won't be able to make it. Now, on the flip side, the Facebook party lets you do the party whenever, because whenever your guests get a chance to engage, then they can. And that's great. Only you don't you don't, as the consultant or partner, and as I'm called, the Pure Romance partner, I don't get to like appear to the people on Facebook. The hostess certainly doesn't. It's just through posts that we have engagement. And sometimes those parties aren't all that exciting. So what I do is kind of a hybrid between a Zoom party and a Facebook party. I use the software that I use to do my show, and my hostess and I go live together and we interact. And then when the guests have a chance to watch the replay, then they do. And we also, post every day. So we've got that live engagement and we have the posting as well. So well, it's just for ladies. I was going to say ladies and gentlemen, because I do have men watching, but pure romance parties are for women only. As long as you identify as female and you're at least 18 years old, you can have a party. And right now I am offering, if you book with me anytime between now and the end of Cyber Monday, so once it becomes Tuesday Eastern time, that's it. So you want to get in on this either tonight, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. You book with me and you will receive double hostess rewards for your party. So let me just, I thought that I had something to push out. Let me just check. No, I will add that later though. I will manually add that link. I want you to be able to get in touch with me and book a call with me. I'll be giving you my Calendly link so that you can chat with me about what to expect. I'll answer any questions you have. And then if you say, oh, I'm ready to book, Lisa, then we'll get you on the books and your party will be so much fun. We have a blast. And if you're thinking, I don't think my friends would be into bedroom accessories, no worries. We can leave those out. It's all about what you want. And those are the products that I'll show. And they are so much fun. Everything that Pure Romance sells, if you've never heard of Pure Romance and you're sitting there watching and thinking, I don't know what that is. It's all about self-care. So we've got skincare items, essential oil blends. We have bath and shower gels. We have things without fragrance, things with fragrance. And some of the names are so playful. Like one of the products that's a big seller is a conditioning shave cream. It's called Coochie. and then we have Healy, which are products that don't have fragrance, or if they do, the fragrances are from essential oils and the fragrances are not as heavy as the regular products. I'm very sensitive to fragrance because I have nasal allergies and asthma, so I love the Healy line. And then we also have the bedroom accessories, the sex toys. We have lingerie. So the party can be as mild or as wild as you want. You just tell me and I'll make it happen. Linda, is there anything that you want to add before we wrap?
No, I just want to thank you for inviting me to come on your program and share about Origami Owl. This was a lot of fun, and I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Yeah.
I'm really so delighted to be able to bring other entrepreneurs and also what I carry out to the public. This is so much more fun. Sure, I could go live totally by myself, every week, but this is so much more fun. It's more engaging, I think, for the people watching, but it's also so much more fun, for me. And this way, you get to be introduced to people you wouldn't ordinarily know. They wouldn't know you. They hopefully know me. But also, I'm meeting new people, and you're promoting the broadcast, so people who wouldn't know me and I wouldn't know them get to meet me as well. My philosophy in life and in business is together we rise. And so I created a show, to work with that concept. to be exemplified by that concept. And so, thank you, Linda, for being here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow, actually, twice. I've got two guests tomorrow. There is the regular show, which happens at 7:30. That's my normal time slot. Normally, I'm only on Tuesdays, but this is, the big holiday weekend. This is when people want to shop. And I'm hoping that my show helps to solve some of your shopping dilemmas that, oh, gee, I don't know what to get for somebody dilemma. I'm trying to offer solutions here. And so I will be back tomorrow at 5:30 and at 7:30 p.m. So please watch again. I will be back at 7:30 on Sunday, 7:30 on Monday, and 7:30 on Tuesday, which is the regular slot. So thank you for watching. Have a very safe and happy holiday weekend, and I will see you soon. Be well.